Diane, would you introduce the folks that have come in with you today?
Well, Chris, it's my pleasure to introduce Jamie and Mickey Charters. They are volunteers at Crossroads House. They do caregiving. And Jamie was a former board president up until recently. And they have a really interesting story to share with your listeners about what Crossroads House did for them.
How meaningful it is for them. Well, very nice. Thank you, Diane. Jamie Charters, welcome to the studio, sir.
Great, thank you. It's great to be here.
I am looking forward to learning about the story. And Mickey, welcome. Thank you for coming in this morning. As she's a little more shy, it's not microphone friendly, but there's a microphone by her, and if you decide to chime in, chime in.
Will do.
All right. When did you, first I want to learn a little bit about you, Jamie. Where are you from?
Originally from Williamsville, New York, outside of Buffalo, and moved to Batavia when I got married in 70-something. We'll leave that one kind of vague.
Right.
Newspaper. Came to the Daily News when they went to commercial printing, so old newspaper guy.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's where your career led you. What was the impetus, what was the reasoning behind you getting involved with the Crossroads House?
It started when Crossroads, before Crossroads even started, I was a trustee at First Presbyterian Church.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't know what to do with the old manse. And actually, we had just decided we were going to knock it down and build the parking lot, make it bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy Penna approached us, our trustees meeting, and had an idea for this comfort care home. And we said, "What's that?" And she explained it, which back then, 21 years?
22 and counting.
22 years ago. So next question from very typical financial trustees is, well, what's it going to cost? And
Right.
she said, nothing. Oh.
We're in.
So we're in, and that was the start of my interest in Crossroads. Always wanted to volunteer there, never had the nerve. Have no medical skills.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't be around people that are dying.
Right. I'm with you there.
Just, it's not natural. And,
But you found out soon enough, though, you don't have to be around the people. You can do other things.
Well, former board member Glenn Adams dragged me over one day to do a training,
Mm-hmm.
and I started volunteering on Saturday nights, and you learn pretty quickly you don't need medical skills. You just need compassion.
Yep.
It's a very simple thing to volunteer, and you get much more out of it than what you do.
Right. Absolutely. And how long have you been involved with them now? Do you know? You remember?
10 years.
10 years.
Been volunteering Saturday nights
Thank you.
for 10 years.
Thank you. That's awesome. And made it all the way up to board president.
Decided after the printing career, became a financial analyst,
Mhm.
which finished a degree in financial planning, and thought I'd, on the board level, could help with the finance piece.
Absolutely.
So treasurer for a while, and came down to not too many choices for board president, as sometimes a typical
Volunteer organization is.
volunteer organization.
Right,
And
right.
Crossroads lives on volunteers, so if you have a thought in your heart, do volunteer at Crossroads. But the best thing I do is the Saturday night caregiving.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Been doing that 10 years. Well, thank you. So there's a couple of different perks that you mentioned. You get more out of it than you really put in effort-wise.
Yeah.
Would you tell me the one probably the biggest perk of all that you received from the Crossroads House? A unique story in itself, because that's the lady sitting next to you, and her name is Mickey. Tell us a little bit about how that experience came about.
Well,
and feel free to interject the truth, Mickey.
I will.
No, I'm not sure about the perk piece on that. But we had been I'd been volunteering again like 10 years doing a Saturday night, and this lady started volunteering with me on Saturday night 8 to 11.
Mm-hmm.
Nice lady, came with her Bernese Mountain Dog once in a while. I thought she was a little strange, but but she made stuff for me, brought me stuff, and
Nice.
yeah,
Like food?
oh yeah.
Nice. That's got my attention already.
And it took, I think it took about 6 years before I kind of got a clue where I think Figured God hit me with a 2x4 and says, "Hey, you are really slow, but this is ridiculous. Ask her out."
Mm-hmm.
So we did, and we're married
4.5 years.
4.5 years ago.
Nice. Nice job.
So kind of the moral of the story is if you're looking for someone, volunteer at Crossroads.
There you go.
You never know.
Things happen for a reason. And life and death brought you together,
Yeah.
ironically enough. The uniqueness of that story is that the uniqueness of each of you as an individual. You're volunteering of your time
Yeah.
to give to something that you know is going to benefit that person their entire stay there. And now you get to spend your entire lives together. Now, do you still work Saturday nights together?
That's our date night.
That's your date night.
Yes, it is.
I love it.
It's really, and when there's no resident, it becomes an issue because then I have to take her out.
Yeah, that's true.
And then that costs me something.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's,
That's true. Do they bicker like this on Saturday nights when they're there,
I
Diane?
don't know, but I got to tell you, they're always both smiling.
That's
so.
Well, when they came in, too. We're talking to Jamie Charters and his wife, Mickey Charters. It is a pleasure to meet you. Give me a little bit more about, besides meeting your wife, meeting your husband, what other perks do you find? I know one that I've benefited from, because Jim, whenever I'm over there and he has the garage open,
yeah.
the garage sale was the biggest thing, the biggest loss this year. People just kept calling and calling and calling about it. What other perks would you like to let people know about, incentives to get them to possibly donate or volunteer to help out the Crossroads House?
Volunteering is really a big piece, and one little short story I'll share is just being with if you volunteer at Crossroads, you're dealing with elderly, and it's your mom or dad that's there. But
Right.
when my mom was still alive, I was with her at a nursing home in Canada, and we're walking down the hall. She's got a little walker, and she says, "I have to go to the bathroom." I said, "All right, well, we're almost to the elevator. We'll get in your room." And she says, "Now."
Oh, boy.
Wheel her into the ladies' room, pull her pants down, sit her on the toilet, clean her up, and away we go.
Right.
If it wasn't for Crossroads, I would have panicked. And yet it's a very simple little thing you learn. It's simply compassion for someone. So it's you learn quite a bit, and it becomes an honor. And 3 hours a week is not very much to do.
No.
It's a pretty simple thing.
It goes by quick, especially when you have your better half over there keeping you company.
Excuse me, what?
You're not referred
I'm
to.
the better half.
Shit, I almost went by her. 3 hours goes by quick. Absolutely. When you're volunteering and you're doing something you love.
Yeah, you learn.
Absolutely. We've been talking to Mickey and also Jamie Charters. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to bring your story of the Crossroads House and your meeting together today with us and our audience. I think they'll enjoy this. I know they will.
Well, thank you, and it's an honor to do this.
Anybody you want to say hello to before we wrap things up at all this morning?
The Office for the Aged.
I was just going to say that.
My
You
family.
better say hi to
My
the
work family.
Yes, absolutely. And you? Anybody in particular you want to say hello to this morning?
Let's see, who can I talk into volunteering at Crossroads?
There you go. Absolutely. Now, if you do want to volunteer at Crossroads and you're not sure how, Diane is here to tell you and give you the information on how you can reach out.
Yes, absolutely. Probably the easiest way would be to go to our website, crossroadshouse.com. There's a volunteer link, and it will instruct you on sending an email to Emily Crawford, who's our Director of Volunteer Services. And I just want to say, everybody, Crossroads House is the house that love built and maintains. Thank you so much for what you've done to help us.
This segment of Main and Center has been brought to you by the Crossroads